I've always been fascinated by the life cycle of stars, and today I'm going to take you on an epic journey through space and time. We're about to dive into the incredible story of a star's life, from its humble beginnings to its spectacular end. And the best part? We're doing it all in clay. That's right, we're going full-on claymation for this cosmic adventure. So buckle up and get ready for a stellar ride. Alright guys, let's talk about where stars come from. A massive cloud of gas and dust floating in space. This, my friends, is a nebula, and it's basically a cosmic maternity ward. Now check this out. Gravity starts pulling these particles together, and things get really interesting. As the cloud gets denser and denser, it starts to heat up. You know how when you squeeze a stress ball it gets warm? It's kind of like that, but on a mind-bogglingly huge scale. This process can take millions of years, but hey, the universe isn't in a hurry. It's like the longest game of cosmic Jenga you've ever seen. Now here's something cool. As our cloud of gas and dust keeps collapsing, it forms what we call a protostar. Think of it as a baby star, still figuring out how to shine. The protostar keeps growing, gobbling up more and more material from its surroundings. It's like a cosmic Pac-Man, chomping away at everything in sight. This stage can last anywhere from 100,000 to 10 million years. Talk about a long childhood. Imagine if it took you millions of years to grow up. You'd never hear the end of "Are we there yet?" from the backseat of the universe. But wait, there's more. When the core of our protostar reaches about 10 million degrees Celsius, that's hot enough to make even the sun sweat, something incredible happens. Nuclear fusion kicks in. This is where hydrogen atoms smash together to form helium, releasing an enormous amount of energy in the process. This is the moment our star is truly born. It's like, you know when you flip the switch and your Christmas tree lights up? Imagine that, but with a star that's millions of times bigger than Earth. The energy from fusion pushes outward, balancing the inward pull of gravity, and voila, we've got ourselves a full-fledged star. It's the universe's way of saying, let there be light. And boy does it deliver. Alright guys, our star has made it to the big leagues, the main sequence. This is where stars spend most of their lives, happily fusing hydrogen into helium. It's like the cosmic equivalent of a 9-to-5 job, except it lasts for billions of years. Our sun? It's been doing this for about 4.6 billion years, and it's only halfway through. During this time, the star maintains a delicate balance. Gravity tries to squeeze it tighter while the energy from fusion pushes outward. It's like a cosmic tug-of-war that goes on for eons. And as long as there's hydrogen to fuse in the core, our star will keep on shining. It's the ultimate example of work-life balance. If your work was fusion and your life was, well, also fusion. Now here's where things get really interesting. Eventually our star runs out of hydrogen in its core. It's like a car running out of gas, except instead of stopping, it starts burning everything else it can get its hands on. The star begins to fuse helium, causing it to puff up into a red giant. If our sun became a red giant, it would swallow up Mercury, Venus, and maybe even Earth. This expansion is pretty dramatic. It's like a cosmic growth spurt, but instead of new clothes, you need a whole new solar system. Imagine waking up one day and finding out your neighbor's house has grown so big, it's about to eat your street. That's basically what's happening here, but on a galactic scale. For stars like our sun, the red giant phase is the beginning of the end. As they run out of fuel, they start to pulsate, shedding their outer layers into space. This creates a stunning planetary nebula. Don't let the name fool you, it has nothing to do with planets. It's just a fancy term for a glowing shell of gas. What's left behind is a white dwarf, the hot, dense core of the former star. It's about the size of Earth, but with the mass of a star. Imagine squeezing the sun down to the size of our planet. That's how dense these things are. White dwarfs will continue to cool and dim for trillions of years. But for the big stars, the ones at least 8 times more massive than our sun, the end is a lot more explosive. When these stellar heavyweights run out of fuel, their cores collapse under their own gravity. This triggers a mind-blowing explosion called a supernova. It's like the universe's biggest fireworks show, outshining entire galaxies for a brief moment. The aftermath of a supernova is equally spectacular. Depending on the star's mass, it might leave behind a super-dense neutron star or even a black hole. And all that material blasted into space? It becomes the building blocks for new stars and planets. It's the circle of stellar life, and it moves us all, through despair and hope, through faith and love. And that's the life cycle of a star, from cosmic cradle to stellar grave. But here's the kicker. The material ejected from dying stars becomes the building blocks for new stars, planets, and maybe even life. It's a cosmic recycling program that's been running for billions of years, so next time you look up at the night sky, remember, you're watching an epic saga unfold, one star at a time. And who knows, maybe the atoms in your body once belonged to a star that went supernova. We're all stardust after all. Pretty cool, huh?